We're breaking down the structure of the New Testament. What is the difference between an epistle and a letter? Well, it depends on who you ask. I think most people today would use the terms almost interchangeably. Now, when it comes to writings outside the New Testament, a letter is one thing, and when it's excessively long, people will often call it an epistle. But I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the words letter and epistle in the context of the New Testament. Bible scholars have sometimes distinguished an epistle from a letter. They would describe an epistle as this is a letter that is written to be read in public. And that would distinguish it, say, from a private letter. But all the documents in the New Testament appear to be written to be read in public. There's a few, like maybe Philemon, but I think even that was probably read in a public setting. 2nd or 3rd John might fall in that category, but by and large, I think we should consider all 22 of the letters in the New Testament to be epistles. And those terms can be used interchangeably. But the thing we must not forget is that these letters were written to be public. They were written by hand. They were delivered by hand. There was no postal service to send them through. And they were read out loud to the congregation. Literacy rates were much lower than they are now. And the purpose of the letter was for an apostle to communicate, or an apostle's assistant to communicate to a congregation, these congregations of people who had believed what the apostles preached. So by all means, whether you use the term letter or epistle, have in your mind that these things were written to be read publicly. And that's how we know that we have the epistles that were actually written by the apostles, because these congregations would treasure these documents. They'd read them periodically, even after they'd received them once. And, they could therefore testify, yes, this was really written by Paul, or this was really written by James, or whoever. And they could make sure that the right documents were received. God bless you.